There aren't too many topics that garner widespread agreement among NBA fans. That said, the fact that essentially everyone can agree on Stephen Curry's status as the greatest three-point shooter to ever play the game speaks to just how special he is. As Curry gets set to pass Ray Allen for first on the all-time list for three-pointers made, the numbers tell the story better than any one person could. Welcome to Endless Sports. Subscribe now so you never miss out on any of the greatest facts about sports and the latest trending sports news. Let's get into the video. As great as the list of all-time leaders is, it might not be the most accurate representation of the greatest shooters of all time. After all, the game has changed and some of the best shooters didn't have the luxury of playing in the modern era in which the three-ball reigns supreme. So let's rank them. At this point, we know the list is Steph and everyone else. So instead of a top 10, we're coming with a list of the top 11 shooters of all time, also known as the 10 that come behind Curry. By the way, counting down the greatest shooters of all time is no small feat. Take, for instance, ridiculous shooters that I left off when putting together the top 11. No Steve Kerr, who is the most accurate three-point shooter ever. No Dirk Nowitzki, the greatest shooting big man ever. No Larry Bird, the greatest shooter of an era in which threes were introduced. No 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿, no Damian Lillard, and no J.R. Smith. Number 11. Steve Nash. Nash never made more than 2.2 threes per game in one season, but he did can 1,685 triples over the course of his career at a 42.8% clip. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, Nash's former head coach Mike D'Antoni is on record saying he should have implored the two-time MVP to shoot more. And looking at the numbers, he's definitely right. Number 10. Dale Ellis. Ahead of his time, Ellis drained a career 9 three-pointers in April of 1990. Not only was Ellis a 40.3% three-point shooter for his career, but he also sank 1,719 triples over 17 seasons, 1983 to 2000. Number 8. Glenn Rice. At NBA All-Star 2019, Rice told me, "When I was playing, if we shot 6 three-pointers as an individual per game, we thought we were shooting too many threes. The opportunity to get out there and maybe shoot 15 three-pointers a game? I would really hurt myself if I wasn't averaging 30 points per game." Rice isn't wrong. He averaged a career-high 26.8 points per game while connecting on 47% of his 5.6 three-point attempts per game. Those numbers speak for themselves. Number 8. James Harden. Harden is on a fast track to retire behind Curry for second most made threes all time. As Curry belongs in a class of his own regarding three-point records, Harden is the only other player to sink more than 300 threes in an individual season, doing so in 2018 and 19. For good measure, Harden also sank 299 threes in the pandemic-shortened 2019 and 20 season. Number 7. Drazen Petrovic. In 2016, Reggie Miller had this to say of Petrovic: "He is the best shooter I ever played against. I have never seen anything like it." Before a fatal car crash brought his career to a tragic end, Petrovic established himself as an elite shooter, knocking threes down at a 43.7% clip over 4 seasons. Number 6. Kevin Durant. When I think KD, I think elite scorer before anything else, but honestly, he wouldn't be that without his elite shooting ability. Durant shot 45% from 3 in 2020-21, at a high volume no less. It feels weird that at the time of this writing, the most threes Durant has made in a game is 7, but he's done it on 6 different occasions. Ask yourself, how many times do you expect KD to miss a 3? None, right? I rest my case. Number 5. Kyle Korver. Not only is Korver 5th all-time in made threes, 2,450, but he did so by shooting 42.9% for his career, including 4 different seasons, in which he led the league in three-point percentage. Not bad for the 51st overall pick. Number 4. Reggie Miller. We've reached another tier. For some time, Miller held the crown as the all-time three-point leader before being surpassed by Ray Allen and Curry later on. Considering he came into the league in 1987, Miller's ability to knock down 2,560 threes over the course of his 18 years is nothing short of impressive. When you think shooters, you think of Miller, and he's a member of the NBA's 75th anniversary team because of it. Number 3. Ray Allen. maybe the purest jump shot the game's ever seen. Allen held it down at first all-time for a long time, tallying 2,973 triples during his Hall of Fame career. Considering he was more than just a shooter during his prime, it's something to marvel at. We all know Allen for hitting some of the biggest shots in the history of the game and stepping up to hit them when they count. So you have to be special to come in ahead of Ray. Number 2. Klay Thompson. Klay is special. An NBA record 14 threes in a game, an NBA playoff record 11 threes in an elimination game, an NBA record 9 threes in a quarter, 8 threes en route to 60 points. I think it's safe to say that no one gets hotter than Thompson does. We've gone over 2 years without seeing Klay shoot in game, but some things never go away. He'll get right back to it upon his return. Number 1. Stephen Curry. Curry changed the game. The soon-to-be all-time leader in three-pointers made, the shift towards what the game is today can be attributed to Curry's three-point shooting during his emergence toward being the best player in the league. If it weren't for his splash brother, Curry might have had more single-game records, but Curry still has 6 of the top 8 three-point shooting seasons in league history. He's the only player to ever hit over 400 threes in a season, and has also averaged 5 or more threes per game in 3 different seasons, and is working on a 4th in 2021-22. Nobody else in NBA history has ever done that. Ever. And that's all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed this upload. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for even more great content just like this. Thanks for watching. See you soon in another one.